Hey, what's up everybody? So with, just a little bit of time basically spending with the Moto X4. This is the Android version, or the Android One version, sorry, that is sold on Project Fi. Now, Project Fi is Google's wireless service, if you could say that. They piggyback off basically Sprint, T-Mobile, and US Cellular. So they have this hybrid way of basically switching between networks to give you the best connectivity. I haven't been able to test out that theory yet, and so I am over some time, and I will tell you how that works being on Project Fi. But right now, I just want to take a little bit and talk about the Moto X4. So the version that I got is the black version. I wasn't too sure about getting the blue one, so I ended up getting the black one. Now, it is fairly decent size. My daily driver is the Moto E4 Plus, and so by using this phone and then putting it side by side with the Moto X4, the Moto E4 Plus is actually bigger in size, well, taller. I want to say that, well, it's actually a little bit wider too. Now, this is not a flagship device. Let me just start off with that. This is a mid-ranger, or I would say more of like a Class C flagship, if you want to say that. And it feels really good. The construction of the device so far, I'm impressed. It's got glass and metal. The back is glass itself, and it does support wireless charging. And it does have dual rear-facing cameras. So that's always nice. And it also has a dual tone flash. The Moto symbol is not a dimple, so it's etched into the glass. The front, though, has a front-facing flash too, so I dig that. I dig that to get good photos on it, which I am going to go later on today, take some photos, put together a little video of the photos and video clips that I take with the Moto X4. So yes, it still has bezels for those people who are looking for a near bezel-less screen. It does have bezels on the top and bottom, and the home button is not clickable. It's just a fingerprint scanner, but you can also use it to go home. And it's really quick. Okay, I like that. It's not too shabby. It's not the fastest fingerprint reader, but it's pretty quick. So you have a near stock Android experience basically. Let me see if I can just kind of lower down the brightness a little. Okay, so you get your Google Now cards and you swipe up to get to your app drawer. So, and then you have your home screen. So I mean, it's a fairly simple raw Android experience. Now, spec wise, for the spec junkies out there, basically for the processor, it's using the Snapdragon 630 and it's clocked at 2.2 gigahertz, and it is a octa-core processor. It does have 3 gigabytes of RAM, I believe, and 32 gigs of internal storage. So it's got a pretty good amount of storage. It's got a good amount of RAM to run and push applications. No problems whatsoever. So far, my first impressions of it is that it is pretty quick. I'm digging it. I really am. I'm digging the phone. It is really quick, and I'm judging it on finger swipies. I know I shouldn't do that, but what I'm actually doing right now is testing for frame drop, and you can kind of see some every now and then. Not something that's going to be a total buzzkill, but there is some slight frame drop. The fluidity is not super fluid, okay, but that's not a deal breaker for me. So I can't really tell you about the battery life, only because I just got it fully charged right now, so I'm going to see how long the battery lasts with day-to-day tasks that I normally do. So I installed Snapchat, I installed Twitter, Google+, Facebook. I have those installed on there. I'm going to use them, YouTube as well. So today, my E4 Plus is taking a back seat. It's going to mostly be in my pocket, but I always will carry it on me as it's my daily driver. But this being my secondary driver, I'm going to see how well it does. Over the next couple of months, I'm also going to judge how well the service is for Project Fi and customer service as well, because those things do matter to me too. And if they tend to do really good, I will eventually probably make the switch. So I don't know if you guys can see that. It says Android One on the splash screen when you first launch it. This is an Android One device here in the US. I think it's the first Android One device to make it to the US. So that's, something to kind of be, I guess, excited for. So now with this, it received a bunch of updates. I think I've updated this phone 3 times already. And the latest update actually pushed it from nougat to, I want to say, yeah, it's Oreo. So right now it is actually running, let me go to about device. I don't know if you guys can see that. But yes, the update is completed. So it's running 8.0.0, and it does have the January 1st, 2018 security patch. So it is running Oreo. So this is my first Oreo device. And so far, I mean, the icons look kind of pretty cool. The settings looks kind of weird. So that's the settings app right there. It's not too bad. So I'm going to play around. I'll play around with it some more. But I can tell you guys right now, first impressions for it being a mid-range device, I'm pretty stoked about it. And then the cool thing is that it's not too far off from my Moto E4 Plus. So it's not like there's a little slight learning curve to it, because they both use the same. Same launcher, basically, stock launcher. And yeah, so I'm going to give this a run today, and I will let you know later on this evening or late tonight, because I will make a final first impressions video, I guess, tonight. Let me check the camera. The camera actually looks pretty good. Wow. So I'll just snap this photo and share this on Instagram. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, go ahead and go there. So I just took a shot right now, and I'll share that photo there and I'll hashtag it Moto X4 if you guys want to find it. It also does have some features like chop turns on the flashlight. Just chop it again, it turns off. Flick it and it launches the camera. So I mean, it's got some nice shortcuts that, you know, are nifty to have. I mean, if you're in the dark, you lose your keys, instead of having to like put your fingerprint in to unlock the phone and then swipe down to get the flashlight activated. Just chop and it turns on. Chop, it turns off. That's really nice. I think that's cool. Nothing that makes it, you know, exquisite, but that's just a nice little feature to have. So just the feel in hand, before I end this video, the feel in hand seems really nice. It does have a slight curve to it, so it, you know, I mean, it's it fits well into the hand. It's just, I really do feel like that it's a little bit more rigid. So so on the top up here, basically you have your SD card slot slash SIM tray. So it's actually on the top. And I dig the fact that they put the headphone jack at the bottom. So this has a headphone jack. You can plug headphones into here if you want to use it, or if you got Bluetooth headphones, you can use that too as well. So there's, you know, sheesh. Wow, there's another security update. So I'm going to go install this update so that way I can get more acquainted with the phone. I'm trying to have all these updates that's available for it pretty much secured. So let me go ahead and do that. And yeah, later on tonight I'll have the official first impressions video, but I just wanted to get this video out just to kind of tell you guys so far what I think of the phone. And what I think of the phone right now is that it is pretty good for what it is. So definitely worth a pickup. I think, you know, before I end this video, I think the only thing that I'm a little bit more worried about too, because the back is not super slick. So I mean, it is a fingerprint magnet, but it's not super slick. Maybe if your hands are sweaty, then it would be, but obviously, duh. But it's that camera hump. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me just kind of, okay, you guys see that camera hump? That's one thing that kind of worries me. If you put it down on flat surfaces, is it going to get that scratched up? So I mean, those are things to just kind of consider. But anyways, oh, and this is also pretty cool too, since I got some updates I want to show you guys. It actually installs the update in background. So it's not having to like boot down and then boot into like the Android recovery with the little Android guy there, and then you're watching a progression bar. You're actually still within your device as it's upgrading, or updating, sorry. And it does the update, it applies the update, and then all you gotta do is just reboot the phone when it's done, and it's done. So anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for right now. I'm like running like 9 minutes on this. I will have the final first impressions video tonight, and then in like 2 or 3 weeks, I'll have a first review, and then I will do reviews over the months as I'm using this phone. But yeah, this is my secondary driver. Moto E4 Plus is my main driver on Boost Mobile. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. If you guys have any questions, leave it in the comment section of the video, let me know, and I will answer those questions in the next video. Talk to you guys then. Aloha.